Hey everybody, welcome back to Cookie Gaming, and today we will be continuing our Skyrim Let's Play. You find us, where? In the middle of a river in some random boat? Well, let me tell you. Last time we began a quest to commune with Periite. How curious, but to do so, we had to find a couple of unusual and rare items, the rarest of which is, as you can see here, a flawless ruby. Now, one of you commented down below after I said, where the hell am I going to find a flawless ruby? Because it's really a whole lot of RNG, right? You know, it's not hard to find gems in Skyrim, but a flawless ruby in particular? Where am I going to find that? One of you commented, telling me to come here. I did. You know, I thought it was going to take me a while, so I wasn't recording, but I happened upon a flawless ruby as soon as I showed up. Hey, also a pearl and scaly... whatever that was. And so we now have our flawless ruby. We are now ready to commune with Periite. I wonder what's going to happen. Well, we are on our way to getting a pretty interesting item. A shield in particular. Spellbreaker. I'll say the name, because those that know, know, and those that don't, you have no idea what I'm talking about. I think the shield is very cool. Honestly, we have some of the coolest shields in the game. We have Targe of the Blooded. I believe that's what it's called. You know, you can smack people and hurt them. Hurt them a lot. Not a lot, but more than usual. We've got the Shield of Ysgramor. We have that equipped already. Now we're going for Spellbreaker. We are shield heavy. Anyway, let's return to our buddy here,
How
Kesh.
can I assist?
Alright, Kesh, I have the items you requested.
Ah, have you? Let Kesh have them. Yes, this
Gave
will
this man
be
a flawless
fine.
ruby. This better be worth it, buddy. That's worth quite a bit of gold. Though I also found a flawless diamond in that same boat, so I'm not feeling too bad. Not to mention, we're pretty well off.
Inhale deeply.
Alright, we're about to go on a pretty crazy trip. I mean, judging from the look of whatever this liquid, these fumes are. So, well, let's go for it, I guess. Oh god. Inhale.
Breathe deep, mortal. I would have you hear me well. So let these vapors fill your lungs.
What do you want with me?
I have watched you for some time, you know.
Oh?
The decisions you've made intrigue me.
I'm flattered.
And I wonder if you are the proper agent for a task of mine.
I couldn't quite see it. Is the aspect of Periite a skeever? Is that what I'm looking at? I love that. You know, we dealt with Meridia, I think her name was, in order to get our sword that we don't actually use. She was, you know, so godly, speaking down from above. Periite has appeared to us in the form of a skeever. You know, that's more my speed. I respect that. Alright, Periite, what task?
I sent a blessing to Mundus.
Mundus.
A wasting plague that infected a scattering of Breton villages.
That's not good.
One of my monks, the elf Orchendor,
Right.
was sent to gather these afflicted.
We've seen these afflicted.
He shepherded them into Bathardums for me, but has since lost his way.
Another skeever.
I will not stand for betrayal. I want you to go to Bathardums and kill Orchendor in my name.
Alright. I like that we have two skeevers now. Also, I don't know if Periite's really a good character, you know, associated with plague, sickness, disease. These are typically very bad things. But, you know, we haven't really been playing necessarily a moral character. We just do what we're told because we want to get cool items. Alright. I don't want to poke the bear too much, but let me ask, what would I gain from this?
The pettiness of mortals. I had almost forgotten.
I wouldn't actually ask this. That's a risky question.
I can grant you a powerful token for this task. An escutcheon of Dwemer make,
Dwemer.
capable of shielding you from both the spell and sword.
There you go.
Return when the elf lies dead, and it will be yours.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we're looking for. Alright, and you sort of mentioned that he lost his way, but why does this former servant of yours now deserve to die?
An impertinent question.
Okay.
The elf must die. Either carry out my will or do not. You are not the only mortal agent I could choose.
Alright. You took the second question worse than the first one, but you know what? I've heard your request. Release me!
So you have, mortal. Go now. Kill Orchendor.
Or Chendor. Or Kendor. Maybe it's pronounced like that. That's what I would think. Ah! What the fuck? What happened while I was... What the hell? There's a hag in here? What happened while I was high? I wonder if Kesh has anything to say. Hey.
How can I assist?
Who is Orchendor?
Orchendor? Kesh know him. He is an overseer, shepherd, gathers the afflicted, contains the festering wound. Orchendor and his afflicted are meant to stand ready, awaiting Periite's command to cover the world with his blessing.
He's been naughty. He has been naughty. And where is Bithardums?
Not far, not far. This one looks upon it on clear days. Look to the west, at the foot of the mountain. The dwarven ruins there.
Alright.
Adams.
I think I can see it on
Swift handing.
my little compass up top. Yep, that's got to be it over there, right? It really isn't far, huh? Yep, that is it. Great. Heading back into Dwemer Ruins. And, oh, they got a saber cat. I will say, I would never talk to any sort of higher being like that. You know, I'm far too much of a coward. You know, I'm not a religious person in life, but being put into that scenario, I'd be, you know, prostrate before them. Please save my life. Being of a mortal power, but I don't know. I guess maybe if you're used to that sort of thing, you're the Dragonborn. You're like asking the most petty questions you can think of. Yeah, okay. I might do your quest, but what will I get from it? Like, damn, okay. You're acting like you hold the leverage here. Though Periite didn't I mean, they seem to dislike the question about why Orchendor should die more than our petty question about a reward. You know, it's just common knowledge. You get asked to do a quest by a god, a higher being of some sort. You know you're going to get some sort of boon. That's typical fantasy rules. That really was not far at all. Bithardams. Who's waiting for us? Are these afflicted or just normal bandits? Yeah, they are afflicted. And I believe this is how we got the quest in the... Ew, what the hell? Did you just vomit on me? You gross motherfucker. What the hell? Bro, get your vomit out of here. But that is how we initially got this quest, right? And this is how you do get the quest. Or I guess you could happen upon Kesh's campsite, or maybe happen upon this Dwemer rune, I don't know. But you basically run into one of the afflicted as you travel the lands, and you get a little quest. Or at least the start of the quest. Here we go. Looks like we have to go down, but I'm gonna go up first. Oh my goodness. Yawning, as always. Nope. It's worth a try, It's just like real life. You see a door, you know it's locked. You might as well try it. Because sometimes it's not locked. It's that whole thing where, I don't know if you guys have ever been in this situation where maybe you're waiting to get into like a classroom or something, and everybody's just standing in line, waiting in front of this door, and then someone just walks up and pulls it open, and it's like, we were all standing here due to social convention, whereas someone should have just tried the door. Usually the first person to arrive will give it a shot, but if they for some reason didn't, then oftentimes us humans are prone to just not going for it. So, live your life by that rule. You see a closed door, it's always worth trying to pull it open. Though if it's closed, maybe it should stay closed. Depends on the circumstances. You can take that as literally or as metaphorically as you want. Sort of odd life advice with Ethan here. Alright, we've entered these Dwemer ruins. We've been doing a lot of Dwemer stuff recently. Maybe just coincidence, or maybe there's more Dwemer stuff than I remembered in Skyrim. I mean, I always thought that the Dwemer stuff was pretty cool. We've talked about this before. I think the concept itself is interesting, but, thinking back on Skyrim, the Dwemer is probably not one of the first things I would turn to. In fact, I would think about Nordic ruins far before the Dwemer. Your Draugr and ancient Nords and that sort of thing. But yeah, we've been doing a lot of Dwemer ruins recently. And we also, I've been thinking about this, I was looking through our quests, we still need High Elf blood, Dark Elf blood, and Falmer blood. Which is sort of... I mean, there are specific places we can go to get Falmer blood. You just need to go to specific ruins to find them. In fact, Falmer are often in Dwemer ruins. I'm not sure if they'll be in these ones, since they're already inhabited. But, we know where we can find Falmer blood. Now, Dark Elf blood and High Elf blood, that's a little more tricky. They don't tend to congregate as easily. Now, maybe we could just go for some Falmer, or not Falmer, Thalmor. Wow, those two words are close together. Falmer and Thalmor. I never realized it. But the Thalmor tend to be High Elves. Or are they exclusively High Elves? I don't know. And Dark Elves. I mean, I know where we could find a Dark Elf, but it would require just straight up committing murder. Which I'd rather not commit an unprovoked murder in order to serve Hermaeus Mora. It's almost too perfectly evil. I mean, I did say literally a few minutes ago that, we're not following any sort of moral code. We're just doing what we're told by these entities, but, maybe there's a bit of a limit to that. How about some fire breath? Oh, wow. Bunch of wizard afflicted. Guess I thought maybe you guys were too weak to be wizards or something. Stop vomiting, you gross people. I suppose that's what happens when you're afflicted. So Periite's whole thing, it's funny because, when you think about like traditional pagan gods, you often think about gods of the harvest and of crops, and then, sickness, disease. They might be a punishment from the gods, or some sort of evil spirit or something like that. In this case, Periite is just like, yeah, sickness, disease, plague, that's just what I do. It's like, okay, interesting. You are directly harmful to probably most people on this plane of existence. Not that, these higher beings are typically interested in doing good for the sake of good. Some of them are, a lot of them aren't, but this is, like, specifically bad. Okay, we opened that passage up there. Let's keep it moving, everybody. This is a pretty... Well, we've got some odd signs here. Some strange plants, more fumes, you know. Signs that we're in the right place, of course. I mean, this is what we're looking for. Well, I am curious about what... I'm so tempted to call him Orkendor, because it sounds so much more fantasy, but I guess they've pronounced it Orchendor. I'm curious as to why Orchendor has turned his back on Peryite. I mean, you know, there is sort of... I've sort of been, you know, implicitly criticizing Peryite this whole time about how harmful this stuff is, but if you're a follower of Dan Peryite, then why would you then turn back on that? I don't know if we'll get to have a conversation of the sort. Regardless, I'm gonna do the job Peryite has asked because I want to get Spellbreaker. It is a very cool shield. Oh. Yeah, there you go. Oh. Oh. Well, they managed to get out of the way of that. Not as effective as I had hoped. Sort of took its time moving upwards. Any Dwemer spiders? Not spiders. Or, I don't think they are. They look more like the, what are they called? Automatons or spheres. Yeah, these little guys. My instincts were correct, though. I mean, you see a big room like this with all these little sphincters. I'm sorry for saying that. All these little things for which enemies can pop out of, and you see a chest, it's like, okay, I can do the math. I understand what's about to happen here. Oh god, sphincters. What am I going on about? Come on. Oh, Lydia, do not fucking step on that. Good. For once. Oh, man. Hey, hey.
Where are you?
Oh, man. You know, I could apologize for the yawning again, but I feel like I do this every episode. You know, as you can see, I feel pretty energetic, but my body is telling me I'm physically tired, because I record these at night. Though we should have a bit of a change of circumstance between, I believe, now and the next episode. I guess depending on when I film. I'll be moving in a couple of days, so you can prepare yourselves for a new location, maybe some new filming times, that sort of thing. I'll have to figure it out after I move, and in fact... Well, I guess we'll see if I can even manage to put an episode out by next weekend, because I'll be pretty busy in the coming days. So I will try, but there's a chance I may not be able to film before we hit next weekend. We may have to put it off for a week, because like I said, I got to deal with moving and all that sort of stuff. But, you know, I'll do what I can. You know, I'll need to do a new setup and that sort of thing. Oh, hey, there are the spiders. There they are. But hopefully I might have a little more time or / freedom to record the videos. And also, I mean, I mentioned this before, or at least I think I did, but I recently acquired a new laptop. I've been using my old one for a very long time. It was very slow, very old. I got myself a new one. You know, I mean, it's not like the fastest or most expensive piece of machinery ever, but what it does mean is that we'll be able to do some PC gaming content in the future. You know, we talked about doing Disco Elysium. That's going to be the next one. I really want to do that. But then also, we've talked about doing classic RPGs, some of my other favorites, like New Vegas, stuff like that. And, you know, all of that sort of stuff, my computer should be able to run. And my old computer could not, or at least could not run and film at the same time. It would start to not even slowly die, but quickly die. So, yeah, I think we've got some exciting stuff coming in the future. We'll, of course, be continuing our Skyrim playthrough. And, I probably won't start anything new until we're done with this. Don't quote me on that. That's not a promise. I might. But sometime in the future, either whenever we finish this, or I feel like starting a new series, we'll be starting some new stuff, and I think that'll be fun to see where we can take this. Because, you know, at this point, gosh, must be months since we started this Let's Play, since I revived the Cookie Gaming channel, which was inactive for years and years. And we've been basically an exclusively Skyrim channel since then, which has been a lot of fun. And, you know, we'll continue to be an exclusively Skyrim channel for a while, but, you know, I'd like to branch out a little bit. Like I said, I think specifically into some RPGs. I think that would be a fun time. I also think that's sort of be the most fun to follow along, you know? But hey, we can definitely branch out into other genres of game. I'm not opposed to that at all. Just, you know, I'm a big fan of RPGs. I think a lot of you probably are, judging from the interest in Skyrim, so I feel like that's a good direction to go. Lower District, alright? So yeah, I think that'll be a lot of fun. Some good stuff for the future. Stay hydrated, everybody. I gotta stay hydrated during filming, or, you know, when I monologue for too long, I get, like, real dry-mouthed. It's especially bad if I'm anxious or, like, nervous. Obviously I'm not nervous filming, but, you know, if I ever have to do, like, public speaking, I'm a pretty decent public speaker, but, you know, you get a little bit nervous. Everybody does. My mouth gets so dry. I need, like, so much water. But even just normally monologuing, I gotta stay hydrated. It's also, I mean, you know, hey, it's good to stay hydrated. It's good for you, you know. Gone from sort of philosophical life advice with Ethan to very vague health advice with Ethan. I mean, drink water is about the simplest it could be. Wonder what this does. Ooh, perfect. I could have guessed it would be something like that. There really are a lot of you guys. And I wonder, I mean, we ran into some afflicted, or at least one afflicted earlier, who must have given us this quest. I don't specifically remember, but I've ran into afflicted many times throughout my Skyrim playthroughs. They're not hostile, not initially anyway, so I wonder, are these guys just defending this place? Or have they been turned against us by Orchendor? Or, you know, I wonder what makes them instantaneously hostile. Is it just that we're, you know, trespassing? You'd think that maybe Perry could give us a pass, give us the the Disney Fast Pass to say, hey, this guy's supposed to be here. But maybe it doesn't work like that. Maybe they're too far gone. The affliction has taken their minds. They're instantly hostile. I have no idea. I don't even know what the lore is really on Perryite. I'm not necessarily a big lore master in general, but some things, as you know, I know more about than others. And Perryite is one of those things that I'm like... And the whole, like, pantheon, to be honest, I feel like I don't know too much about. Come on, Afflicted. I'd say I feel like that's sort of not... I think about, like, the D&D pantheon. I'm really not that strong on that either. Maybe that's just not my thing. I'm more focused on other aspects of the fantasy role-playing world. I don't know. Oh, we've been trapped. How tricky. Also, where is Lydia gone? I feel like I've not seen her in a while. Did you ditch us, Lydia? Is this place too gross for you? Too weird? Alright, give me a second. I need to make sure I don't die. Come on now. There you go. Alright. Man, I wish the soul gems were filled. We need some filled grand soul gems for our enchanting. Because we've already leveled, or I should say, put some perk points into enchanting. We have a while to go, but it'll probably make sense for us. Oh, god damn it. I totally fell for it. It'll probably make sense for us sometime soonish to start enchanting our armor and weapons. You know what I mean? I mean, we should be pretty solid in enchanting now. I think we have some pretty decent enchantments under our belt, or I don't know how it works in Skyrim. Do we have an enchanting book? That would seem appropriate, a book of enchantments, I don't know. But we have some pretty decent ones that we should be able to utilize. Where the hell are we going? Hello, hello. Maybe up here. And also, feel free to comment down below if you have any games you would like to request. You know, I feel like I remember saying these exact same things, like 10 episodes ago, but it's been a while since we talked about what we're going to do after Skyrim. I'm talking about it now because, like I said, Lydia, hey! I got that new computer, so now the opportunities have sort of opened up. But I remember saying a while ago, talking about classic RPGs and that sort of thing, but, if you're interested, and if you have any games you'd like to request, comment them down below. I've told you sort of where my mind is, but if you have something in that vein, or even completely different that you would like to recommend, hey, feel completely free to do so. Also, I'm going to wait for these to go away. If you look at my, holy shit, that came close. My recent, 2023 PS4 collection video, the first thing I uploaded before we went into this Skyrim Let's Play, you could see all the PS4 games I have. So if you're, interested in one of those, then you can comment that as well. Basically just anything you'd find interesting, because I have ideas of what I want to do. Like I said, the next game I think is going to be Disco Elysium. In fact, I'm pretty sure. My only reservation is that, this, ooh, not bad. This has been and is going to be a very long Let's Play, Skyrim one. And we're jumping right into Disco Elysium, which, if I had to guess, would also be a really long Let's Play. I'm like, maybe I should do something short in between. But my plan is to do Disco Elysium next. Then I have some other ideas of what I want to do. But if you guys have other suggestions, feel free to let me know. Especially maybe something a little shorter. Maybe that would be fun to get a couple of short series in there. Maybe something less than 10 episodes to sort of hold us over for a bit before we jump into the next one. I mean, the thing about the Skyrim playthrough is that it can be as long or as short as we want it to be. We finished the main quest line. We could be done, but we've got a lot of stuff to go. We're on episode, I think this is 26. And I'm trying to think, if we're gonna do all the DLC, I mean, we've got a bit to go. Maybe we'll get up to 40, 50, something like that. That's a long playthrough. If the average is, say, an hour, which it isn't, it's a little less, but that's about 50 hours of Skyrim playing. Which isn't that much overall, but hey, to put on YouTube, that's quite a bit. But I reckon, and for those that are enjoying, don't worry. I reckon we've still got a while left. And hey, maybe at some point in the future, one of those games that we could play could be more Elder Scrolls. I mean, I think that both Morrowind and Oblivion would be a lot of fun. Now, I've played a substantial amount of Oblivion. I don't know it nearly as well as Skyrim, but I've played Oblivion. Morrowind, on the other hand, I've played maybe like 7 hours of Morrowind total. I enjoyed what I played, but it's just a game that, was a bit before my time, and I only played a little bit of it. But I think it's one that I would really like to play at some point. I know a lot of people really love Morrowind, and like I said, I speak highly of the little I've played, and then from what I understand of Morrowind and the design, I think I speak highly of that as well. So I think that would be a great one to do at some point. I don't think I'm going to jump right into it after Skyrim, unless it's like overwhelmingly requested. Because, I like to mix it up a little bit. I don't know if this is the best idea for, keeping consistent views. but I like variety. I do this on the React channel too. For me, just doing the same thing over and over or something too similar gets really boring. This is why, I can't just focus on one historical topic on the React channel. Maybe it would bring in more views. I'm a little doubtful. I think it'd get stale and people would get bored. But I know that I would certainly get bored. I need some variety. Same thing with the games. If we did... Oh, okay. We've got a Ballista and a Dwemer Centurion. This is dangerous stuff. If we did Skyrim, and then we did, like, Oblivion, and then we did Morrowind, I would be so over Elder Scrolls, far before we had finished all of the series. It's definitely better for me to mix it up, do some other stuff in between, keep it fresh. That's definitely most interesting for me, and I think it's probably better overall. I know some people might say otherwise. Some people would say, no, we want to see all the Elder Scrolls. I do get that. I mean, you want to see more of what you like, but I don't know, I feel like the repetitive content gets a little boring after a certain amount of time. But who knows, right? Who knows? I don't know what I'm talking about. Plus, there's no point taking it too seriously, The React channel, put a little bit more thought into that, but this is just sort of a gaming channel for fun. I'm not really worrying too much about views or the algorithm or anything like that. Making a series successful, I just want to make it fun. I want to have fun. But I also want you guys to have fun. I guess that's my sort of one consideration outside my own enjoyment, is I want you guys to enjoy it as well. So if y'all want something, I want to provide it to you, right? But yeah, that's basically my spiel on whatever we're going to do next. I think Orchendor is over here. Nope. That's a shame. I was hoping he might be willing to talk, but it appears he is not. We shall have to murder you, Orchendor. Maybe we'll have like a diary on him. That's sometimes how Skyrim does things. They just leave a diary. It's like, alright, this explains everything. Oh, he's kind of tough. You're a little tough, Orchendor. But your name would be so much cooler if it was Orchendor. Did I kill him, or did he... I think I got him. Alright. Key... I'll take this. Oh my goodness, you had a lot of good stuff. Okay, is this just a skill book, or illusion and alteration? No, this isn't relevant. Wow. All right. Do we not get the Orchendor lore? I'm so curious. Are we supposed to assume that, maybe he just grew a conscience and realized that this was bad, or is there something more here? I don't know. Does anybody know the Orchendor lore? Is there any? I don't know if there is any. I mean, remember, this is Skyrim we're playing here. We're not playing The Witcher. There doesn't have to be a, deep lore to every side quest. Might be as simple as that. I don't know. If there is Orchendor lore, hey, you can tell me down below, but I feel like there may not be. Alright, there we go. We've escaped. Back out into Skyrim. Now let's go and get our prize. And then we have a lot of stuff to either sell or disenchant. The thing is, we've picked up a lot of enchantments at this point, so I think some of the items we have are going to be enchantments we already know, but if that's the case, we can just sell them and make a lot of cash money. But first, let's see what Perrier has to say. We've fulfilled his task. Hello, Kesh. We killed Orchendor, by the way. Alright, let's inhale these damn fumes.
Well done, mortal. All things are in their order, and Orchendor roams the pits. His betrayal will be punished, and your obedience is rewarded.
I'm looking for the little spectral skeevers. It took them a while to appear last time. Alright. Let me ask you, I am curious, if I haven't killed them all, what will become of the afflicted?
Did you leave any alive?
Well, that's what I said.
The afflicted are mere vessels for my blessing. It will spread to others through their touch and my own.
Okay.
Another overseer will replace Orchendo when the time comes.
But I really think I did kill
For
them all.
now, all is cleansed and ordered.
Bit of a non-answer, I'm gonna be honest. Alright, so, what happens now?
Go, seek your fate. I will be watching. And perhaps we will meet again afterwards.
There's no spectral skeever this time. I don't need to be that directly sassy. I mean, I don't know if we did a good thing, but we just killed a bunch of afflicted. I don't feel too bad. Alright, Periite, very well. Goodbye.
Embrace order and hard truth, mortal. Goodbye.
Is that really your thing? Order and hard truth? I feel like that doesn't really fit with your whole vibe. Alright, done with Periite, I guess. And here we have our new shield. So, first of all, 48 versus 60. My goodness. And then you can see, so Shield of Ishgomor is really good. Magic resistance by 20%, health by 20 points. Spellbreaker is really good and also cool. While blocking, creates a ward that protects against spells for up to 50 points. Technically, Jesus, look at that value differential. 277 for Spellbreaker, 1715 for Shield of Ishgomor. Maybe Shield of Ishgomor is technically the better shield. I don't know. But Spellbreaker is so damn cool. Look at that. You can sort of briefly see it. And really, if you're a melee character in Skyrim, one of the most annoying things to deal with is mages. They are so annoying. Because you'd say ranged enemies in general, right? But with archers, you put up your shield and you can block the arrows, no problem. With mages, they can deal a lot of damage from a distance before you can close in. And so Spellbreaker, it solves that issue. You put up your shield, and you can block spell damage. Now, you could just learn wards, actual ward spells. So, the shield's a bit of novelty, but I think it's pretty cool. The ability to block physical and magical damage at the same time. I really like Spellbreaker. I think it's probably one of my favorite artifacts in the whole game.
Pushed around all the time.
Alright, Lars. Oh,
It was you who
you're a
convinced
dragon.
me to trap the dragon in the keep. By evening,
Alright, I'm gonna see if I have anything to disenchant. Or if we just have a bunch of stuff to sell. Then we'll be going
we
straight
had
to
that beast
Belethor.
contained, and you released it.
Oh, shut up.
Why?
Stop talking about that damn dragon. Why? Let me tell you why. Because I'm the Dragonborn, and I can do whatever the hell I want. When it comes to dragons, I'm the authority here. Also, I am in charge of the companions. I'm in charge of the College of Winterhold. I ended the Civil War, so I don't want to hear nothing from you. Alright. Great. Alright, a lot of good stuff. And now we have a lot of stuff to sell. In fact, Faringar will buy some of it.
Come to It seems this spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Oh, wow. Oh, you're so broke, Faringar. You're literally so broke. Alright. You're getting a deal on... I guess you're getting a deal on the circlet. You're very lucky
if you've got the
that I'm
aptitude,
generous.
You should join the Mages College.
Join the Mages College? Do you not hear my spiel? Me at the enchanter's table, grumbling, ranting to myself. And, I run the damn companions as I'm disenchanting. I run the damn companions, and I run the College of
Your
Winterhold.
shield? The dwarf make, is it not?
Yes,
But yet
it
it seems
is.
so much more.
It is. The one reward Skyrim gives you, the one, like, in-universe lore reward for doing cool stuff, is that the guards will say stuff. And it is satisfying when they do say stuff, but it also makes me wish that, you know, Skyrim had a little bit more, you know, more consequences, more evidence of your actions. But that's pretty cool. For the guard to be like, "Ooh, look at that shield."
Just about everybody in here.
Hello, Bellathor.
Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Yes, and you would sell your sister if you could, blah blah blah, you know the spiel. Take this. Take this. Yo, y'all are so broke. My goodness.
Come back.
I'm pretty encumbered, but that's because I have the Shield of Isgomor. Honestly, I'll just give it to Lydia.
I'm right behind you. I am at your command.
Maybe that's his bit of sacrilege, since she's not a companion, but she might as well be. She's been with me this whole time. Lydia, you are now an honorary companion of sorts. She might as well be. I mean, come on. She's just as good as any of them, right? Alright. Was there anything else we wanted to do in good old Whiterun? Lydia, did you have any dragon scales or bones on you?
I've got your back. I am at your command.
I'm trying to not over-encumber you too badly. No, you didn't. For once.
Let's get going then.
Great. Alright, I think the next big questline I want to do is Dawnguard, but I think something fun to do before that, not to stall too much, would be this little questline. So, Eltriss's note. If you remember, well, let's open it up. Maybe at the Shrine of Talos. Very curious. If you remember, we went to Markarth, I believe it is, and we saved some woman from being assassinated by the Forsworn. And then this fellow, Eltriss, basically did the whole, "Hey, I think you dropped this," and then, you know, handed us this note. And now he has told us very covertly to meet him. I wonder what exactly is happening. Is it related to that initial incident? Or does it have something to do with our reputation, or what exactly is going on?
Excuse me.
Hello?
Do you know anything about this house? Seen anyone enter or leave?
No, I haven't.
Seems no one in this city has.
Okay.
I'm with the Vigil of Stendar. We believe this house might have been used for Daedra worship, evil rites, and so forth.
Not good. I mean, come on now. Am I gonna say, sorry, don't know anything? No, this is Skyrim, right? I gotta put myself in every situation I can. So you know what, Vigilant Tyrannus? Do you need any help?
I was actually just about to head on inside. Be good to have someone watch my back. Follow me, and keep your eyes open. Daedra are powerful creatures and tricksters. Never know what you'll find.
Right. Since this is a video game, I'm actually gonna leave you. Who knows when I'll get back to you? It's probably gonna be days, if not weeks, but you're gonna be waiting right there when I get back. We have other things to do in the meantime. Here we go. And since this is going to kick off a whole new quest line, a rather interesting one that maybe some of you won't be familiar with. I think this is an interesting questline in my opinion. As with everything in Skyrim, it doesn't execute on its full potential, but it's a good one. But since it launches into a whole new thing, I'm going to leave this one here. Hello, Stormcloak Soldier. Could you please go away? Thank you very much. Today, we served Periite. We went, took out Orkendor, or Chender, I should say. I think we killed, like, all of the Afflicted. I don't know. Periite seemed fine with it. This Stormcloak Soldier is really getting into my business. And mainly, we got Spellbreaker, our cool new shield. We didn't get an opportunity to use it, and we're probably not going to get an opportunity to use it in this next quest line, but eventually you will get to see the functionality of Spellbreaker, our new shield. I mean, at the very least, it looks cool. Look at the thing. And the armor class is a lot higher than the Shield of Ishgamor, which Lydia now wields. Anyway, finished that quest, got our new shield. Now we're moving on to this quest line in Markarth. The Forsworn Conspiracy. Picked up a new quest as we go. We're going to do the Forsworn Conspiracy, and then my plan is to go into Dawnguard. If you have any other quests you'd like to see, leave them down below. If you guys enjoyed this episode, hey, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I hope you guys are having a good day today, and I will see you all again next time. Goodbye.